Hello Libra, this is Miss Joan, Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill, and I'm here to talk to you about October, which will be the 2nd through the 29th. We're doing the overview, and then at the very end, we'll go ahead and cover the 2nd through the 8th with these extra cards. We'll go in deep on that first week, all right? So this week, we'll of course have 4 columns for the 4 weeks, and we will pre-program these cards for you. And I'll set these aside. Now I'll go ahead and program these cards for the first week, 2nd through the 8th. And we'll do them right away, all right? Same pile, both decks. All right, setting them aside, and we're going to go ahead and lay these out in 4 columns. All the cards will face me. It doesn't change the meaning of the card. It just means I don't read them upside down. There are no bad cards in the deck. There are lessons in the deck, so we'll talk about those when they show up. And like my little buddy there, we'll talk about him when he comes. The first row is, of course, where we are. Second row is what's blocking us. And the third row is going to be our solution. Because I don't like talking about problems without coming up with some solutions, right? Alrighty then. So, these cards. Alrighty then. Set these aside. Do a little maintenance here. Okay, now we can get started. Cool. Let's talk about the first week, the 2nd through the 8th of October for you, Libra. And we're talking about the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is here talking about you fighting for your ideas this particular week. There is also, this is telling me that you, the 6 of Swords is telling me you cannot help other people with your power right now. So just kind of set that thought aside, although it is your go-to and something you enjoy doing and you appreciate doing on the regular, it is not going to be what works. So, but do know that the hardest work is over right now. So you have a lull in your life right now of where you have been trying to do things and doing a lot of things lately, and now you don't have to do so much. Things are getting easier. Things are getting simpler. And I want you to know that that's a good thing. You have worked hard for it, and I want you to appreciate the joy of not having to work as hard as you have been. Okay? Cool. That's the Star card, of course. Now then, let's talk about October 9th through the 15th. 9th through the 15th is talking about you're having some really good ideas with a partner of some sort. There's the marriage of ideas, right? There's some real possibilities for this one's really coming across as some schooling, some learning, some opportunity, marriage of ideas, you know, things are coming together. For those of you who aren't in school type zone, this is you and a partner of some sort coming together with some ideas that are working out really nicely together. They're symbiotic ideas and they're meshing really nicely and everything is coming together really nice. Cool. For the younger crowd, I would definitely say that there's some schooling in the works for you. Something you need to learn to move forward. Okay, so interesting. Learning is fun. You've already got everything else kind of figured out. You're into a lull, right? So now we have the 6 of Pentacles in the blocking department. So you're being able to help other people with your finances is also on the no-no list. So let's try not to do that. Don't open your wallet just to fix it for everybody else. This is about you taking care of you, okay? So helping is not really your thing this month. So keep that in mind. There will be added responsibility. With knowledge comes responsibility. Ace of Swords is here to say you're being gifted with new responsibilities, new power. Oh, joy. Wield it carefully. Don't be a jerk. And everything should be just dandy. And we will now look at October 16th through the 22nd. All right. So we have the Seven of Cups. There's a lot of opportunities here, a lot of choices to make. And you might get a little confused by all these opportunities at your feet. So don't be mad about it. Don't be upset about it. Just know it, acknowledge it, understand it, and kind of roll around in it, because it's so nice to have an opportunity and having choices. So not everyone has a choice. But because there's so much going on, you're going to need to go talk to somebody you care about, that knows you, and bounce it off somebody else. They will help you get your head straight about it all. They might even stand in the way of you moving forward with whatever you want to do. Oh. So, the Queen of Wands is here in your blocking department. So while your good friend might be trying to be a good friend, they also might be standing in the way. And sometimes good friends stand in the way of our progress because they're afraid. They're afraid of our progress taking us away from them. Oh, so they don't want to be left behind. So if there's a way, great. If not, think it through and make a decision on your own and decide what's best for you, right? Your dreams and goals are most important. Your friend might be doing themselves a favor in what they choose for you, right? So be careful, be cautious, decide for you. The Page of Wands here is telling us that you have new information coming to you about something else that you care about. So if you keep your ears open, you might get more information that'll help you make better decisions about your choices. This is a very important thing I'm saying out loud, because the very next week, 23rd through the 29th, we start with the Devil. The devil is here to tell us, guess what? You may have decided incorrectly. You've sabotaged yourself. You are in sabotage mode. And I don't want you to be in sabotage mode, but I want you to be aware that it's there. And if you're knowing it's there in advance, hopefully you can make a better decision. Okay? So, yeah. Let's try not to sabotage ourselves. I will try and remind you during this week, when we go in depth on this week, that when you're making your choices, you don't want to end up sabotaging yourself. Because knowing in advance means you can avoid things. Yay! Where you're blocked is the Five of Pentacles here, is talking about how money stuff, money advice, isn't necessarily going to be useful to you this particular week. So just pay attention to money information. Maybe not your deal, maybe blocking you. And here's the Lover's card, where the solution to all of this might be just to get with your partner and be in that partner situation instead of continuing with the sabotage of yourself. Okay, a little weird, a little different. I'm going to go ahead and set these cards aside. We will go in depth on each of these weeks soon, but right now we're going to go immediately deep on the first week, October 2nd through the 8th, because we have these cards right here pre-programmed for you, and we can in fact take care of this right now. All right. So let's get these cards out, see what's going on. All right, we had started this week with the Knight of Wands, meaning you were fighting for your ideas. Your ideas are interesting. And of course, this here is the Temperance card, and the Temperance card is telling us point blank that you need to remember that there's always enough. Maybe what you're fighting for is more. and the reality that you already have enough, and or there's enough time, there's enough people, there's enough energy, there's enough everything, enough money, enough all of it to go around. And justice is what needs to be playing out. So your grand idea should be working towards fairness, okay? That's the big goal, is that you come up with fairness as your big solution, all right? So make that your overall heartfelt need, that fairness be the key, because here we're talking about not being able to use your power to help other people right now. So even as we're going for fairness, we're not able to swing our power around. Interesting, right? But there's the marriage of ideas. This right here, the Four of Wands is showing up, showing that you are not going to have a lot of people jumping on board with your ideas right away. And the Ace of Wands is down here saying, no. New ideas are not happening right now, not this week. Very annoying. But you're working your way through this. So if your idea comes up with, like, helping other people in a different way, without it being about, like, getting everyone to believe what you have to say, and using pretty much the old system to work it, knowing that everybody has what they need, but that you can actually create fairness for those who don't have what they need within the group with some other way instead of with power. You could already see how this is going to come together, because the hard work's already done. The star cards here telling me the hard work is already done. And this is about you going inside, letting things percolate. You've dropped a few thoughts here and there. Let other people figure some things out on their own. Excellent. And then, of course, the Queen of Swords is going to come in and she's going to fix everything because it's her idea. We know better, don't we? Yes. Libra, we know that you've planted the seed with her so that she just comes up with a new idea. That's hers. That's not yours. And you don't have to fight for nothing. You don't got to do anything. You're just going to plant a little seed, and she's going to lay an egg. An egg of fabulousness that you can't even talk about it. That sucks. I know, but look at what you did. Ha ha. It's all for the better. Justice will prevail. The Queen of Swords will be doing her thing. She'll be feeling fabulous. And yes, it's all from behind the curtain. Perfectly done. Well done, Libra. Good for you. We'll talk next about the 9th to the 15th. Thank you.